Hello, I'm Kate Freeman, and this is the Daily Dollop. On this episode of the Daily Dollop, can nutrition and nutritional supplements enhance your beauty? The crazy woo that you will find scrolling through Instagram, and the key nutritional considerations you need to know for glowing skin and hair. Well, welcome to this episode of the Daily Dollop. My name is Kate Freeman. I'm a registered nutritionist and the founder of the Healthy Eating Hub. Fun fact about me is that I was a very young bride, 20 when I got married, and it was 2 years. Met and married Mr. Freeman. I look at young people getting married at that age and I'm like, oh my God, don't do it. But such a hypocrite, because when you know, you know. And we've been married 16 years at the end of this year. So I'll leave you to figure out how old I am. But on to today's show, where we're going to look at nutrition and whether or not it can enhance your beauty. Can you make yourself more beautiful by what you eat? Such an interesting question. And as I got stuck into the research, it occurred to me that it's actually been something that we've been interested in since ancient times, of the idea that what we put inside our body then comes out on the outside. And so the reason that I decided to go down this rabbit warren of research, as you will discover shortly, is because my Instagram feed, oh my God, is just like flooded with collagen supplements, beauty powders. Influencers are shaking these beautiful smoothies with powder in them with their cascading blonde ponytails and looking absolutely gorgeous, and talking about their daily rituals, which includes this powder. After doing some research, I'm now getting so many collagen supplement ads in my social media. Last night, there was collagen coffee, of all things. So I thought, all right, well, let's get stuck into this. Can we enhance our beauty? I think before we get stuck into the research is just really thinking about beauty in general, because it's a pretty subjective thing. And, you know, there's so many things that affect how you might perceive somebody as beautiful. I mean, your genetics, for one thing. We've got our cultural norms of what we perceive as beautiful. That's different around the cultures, around the world. Also, I think your love and affection for someone makes a huge difference to how beautiful they seem to you. I know my husband says beautiful things like, I'm so beautiful to him. And he loves me. And that's, you know, what a guy. And I think there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel beautiful, wanting other people to think that you're beautiful. But I think what has happened is like it can become this all-consuming obsession in the chase for being pretty. And I think that there is so much more to us than just being good-looking. And if that pressure is driving a billion-dollar industry, I don't know, I start to sometimes think about whether we're just being suckered into these silly products. And so just be mindful of the fact that you are a worthy and precious human regardless of what you look like. There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve your appearance, but don't let your self-worth and your self-esteem come from how you look. There is much, much more to you. So nutrition. So what does the research say? Well, lots of different things, actually. Nutrition can greatly affect your skin and hair in particular. And I think when it comes to beauty, that's what we're really sort of honing in on from a nutritional perspective. But before I get into nutrition, I just want to mention that your diet is only one factor that affects your skin and your hair health. So you've got your intrinsic factors, which are your genetics and your age. You can't do anything to change those two things, and they probably have the greatest effect on your skin and hair. Then we've got your extrinsic factors. These are the factors that you can control, and they include your exposure to UV radiation, the amount of sleep that you get, how hydrated you are, the air temperature around you, humidity levels, and whether you smoke or drink alcohol, as well as your diet too. And so a number of those extrinsic factors have a much more profound effect on your skin health than your diet, although your diet does matter. So there are sort of 3 key factors of your diet that I want to cover that affect your skin and hair health. The first one of those is malnutrition, and that makes sense. You know, if you're not getting enough vitamins or minerals, or you're under eating and you're not getting enough protein in particular, then your skin and your hair will suffer. Research has shown that in people with eating disorders who have been starving themselves for a long time show really impaired skin and hair health. People who have had bariatric surgery and are losing weight very, very rapidly have a massively reduced energy or food intake, and as such a vitamin and mineral intake. They often experience poor skin health and hair loss. And did you know that the greatest cause of hair loss in women over the age of 50 is malnutrition? So prolonged excessive dieting, starvation, prolonged excessive fasting, and just not eating a wide variety of wholesome, nutritious foods will actually impair your skin and your hair health. So that's the first thing. If you are being restrictive with your food, that's not a good thing for your skin and your hair. On the other side of the equation, the other thing that affects your skin, in particular health, is overeating. So research has also shown that skin conditions, in particular acne, can be exacerbated when we're being overfed. And the way that the physiology works around this is that when you're being overfed, and in particular consuming too much carbohydrates, so refined carbohydrates and added sugars to your diet, what happens is if that's prolonged over time, then some changes in our metabolism occurs called insulin resistance. Now, insulin is a hormone that the body produces to manage your blood sugar levels. Insulin essentially knocks on the door of your cells and says, hey guys, got some glucose, some sugar in the bloodstream, can you please take it out? Normally the cells listen, take the sugar out of the bloodstream to keep blood sugar levels stable. Now when insulin resistance occurs, the insulin knocks, the cells ignore it. And so what happens is that because the body needs to get the sugar out of the bloodstream, the body produces more insulin and more and more. So now there's a couple, 10 times, up to 10 times the insulin circulating in the bloodstream. What they think happens is that these increased insulin levels flow on to increase androgen hormone levels, which increases sebum production in the skin, which is a major contributor to poor skin health, in particular acne. So we have malnutrition on one end, we have overfeeding on the other end. And I think particular in terms of just the general Western diet is we have this situation where we have lots of ultra processed foods in our diet. The last dietary survey showed that they're contributing up to 40% of our daily intake of food. And so we're almost overfed with energy, but we're undernourished with nutrients. And nutrients are a key part of healthy skin and hair. We've got things like vitamin C, omega-3, and a bunch of antioxidants and tocopherols, different things like that, which actually help enhance skin health by either activating collagen synthesis or fighting free radicals, a bunch of different things. And we get all of these micronutrients from whole fresh foods, and in particular, fruits and vegetables. So what about collagen, you say? Well, a collagen supplement works because basically what the idea is that we want to give your body the building blocks of collagen in your skin. Your skin is about 75% collagen. And so essentially the theory goes that is if we can help your body produce more collagen, we'll make your skin age more slowly, it will look nicer, be more elastic, things like that. Now, collagen is a protein, which means it's made out of amino acids. Amino acids joined together are called peptides. So you could have 2 amino acids and have a dipeptide, 3 amino acids and have a tripeptide. For those of you who love chemistry, I'm going to get into it for just a second. Essentially, collagen is a matrix and duplication of these di and tripeptides, these same sequences repeated over and over again. And so when you're taking a collagen supplement, it's often what we call hydrolyzed collagen. So you're taking a mixture of these di and tripeptides. In mouse models, these di and tripeptides get absorbed into the bloodstream. They don't get broken down further into amino acids and have been shown in mouse models to be incorporated into the skin. I have a link to a study in the show notes that summarizes the evidence around collagen supplementation. It's called a systematic review. And it concludes that there is promising results. Promising. That means that there is enough evidence there to warrant more research and investigation, not to make conclusive statements. Unfortunately, as you can probably see from scrolling through Instagram, is that the beauty industry, which in particular the nutraceutical industry, where you're ingesting a supplement for beauty on the outside, is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they are taking that research and they're running. Away they go. And so that's why you're seeing all these supplements pop up. Do they work? Well, some of the studies that use customer reporting, so basically the participant going, oh yeah, my skin is so much better, say promising results. Other studies show not so much. It's a little bit vague at the moment. End of the day is that collagen supplementation has been shown to be generally safe. However, it's a really unregulated industry. So even though these scientific studies might look at collagen in the lab, which is highly likely to be really good quality supplementation, is that there's no regulation to ensure that the ingredients being put into your collagen coffee or your beauty powder are actually safe or what they say they are. So I'm pretty dubious about things like that, particularly when there's billions of dollars involved. I also was seeing on Instagram the other day, and it made me so cross, is that there's a particular entrepreneur who sold skinny tea, and a bunch of other things, made millions of dollars, and she's teaching other people how to make millions of dollars just selling these gimmicky products. She doesn't care about your health. She just cares about the fact that everybody wants to be beautiful, that everybody wants to be less stressed, and she's kind of capitalizing on a lot of our modern day insecurities. And it made me really, really cross, because you don't actually need a beauty powder. The summarization of all the research that I looked into actually shows that the safest and best way to maximize your skin and hair health is through eating fruits and vegetables. So make sure you include them in your day, every day, and that's how you will glow from the inside out. Well, that's it from me on this episode of the Daily Dollop. I hope you learned something about collagen and peptides. Until then, please subscribe, leave me a review, or ask me any questions, and I will see you in the next episode.